episode 21. Or no, 20. This is episode 20. 20. Um, yeah. This is Primo Talk. My name is Kevin. I am joined here with Aylin and Crystal. Whoop whoop. And honestly, guys, we're pretty low energy today. I think we're all pretty tired. But
it's also really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The heat just makes it worse.
Yeah, it gets us tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when it's cold, you just throw on the sweater and it feels
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's hot, there's no way to fixing that.
What on
It
the
is.
swallow right now? I'm like
That sounds
hard
good.
painkillers. That's what I want.
If you guys didn't know, Chris is like a little druggie.
I'm not a little drug. I just have a big.
She's only
migraine.
part-time druggie.
No, not part-time, full-time, none time. Right? I take it like any other normal person.
Any other druggy person.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. But today we wanted to talk to you guys about how Kevin smells. Oh, I think we got mixed up in the conversation, Aylin. When I was talking to you, you said, can we just talk about how much Kevin smells? And I was like, I know, right? Oh, sorry. It was the wrong
This
group chat.
conversation did not happen.
It was a different text chain. It's because Kevin's one of those people who doesn't believe in deodorant, believe it or not.
I don't. It's all about limon. You
just rubs it back.
So like there's times where he like goes up to you when he sees you and he like raises his arms to like give you a hug and everything, and for a quick second your eyes just close so fast because the smell goes, you know, when like, you know what I mean,
burns.
like this, it burns. So yeah, so today we wanted to give like hygiene tips, obviously, because he definitely needs it. You can even tell right now just by looking at him. Actually,
not gonna lie, actually it's true because I just came from my not too long ago. I just came from my run, so I probably do right now. After this, I'm gonna take a shower.
Poor DoorDash guy.
We know he does. Yeah. So no, I'm just playing. Today we wanted to talk a little bit about the double standards in this world.
Is there double standards? Is there not double standards? And what kinds of double standards are there?
Double standards? Are they limiting? Are they just excuses? Let's get into it.
Go, Kevin. Express your feelings.
I just feel like girls get a lot, like they get. Oh my god, I just lost train of thought.
You have to have thoughts to have a train. You pretty empty up there, am I right?
Whoop, whoop.
I don't think that's the sound.
Okay, girls get away a lot more than guys do. That's what I'm trying to say.
Go into specifics.
Can you give an example?
Just like for like catcalling.
My feelings. Oh, go ahead.
Catcalling or like ghosting. I feel like girls ghost more than guys, but
really, I don't.
There is like another side too. I feel like guys message girls more than girls message guys. So I'm like, okay, there's a little balance there, but I feel like that's too, and I don't know, just kind of, or like for example, like. I don't know if you guys have seen it, like there's always like girl teachers taking advantage of like teenage boys. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen it, but yes, we've heard of it.
Well, we heard of it, obviously.
Yeah. Or like I was watching this clip where this guy was on his live stream, like on Twitch, and it was like a big group, and then this girl comes out of nowhere and like grabs, the Pinocchio, and but he looks super uncomfortable. You could tell like he doesn't want that, but no one's gonna call that girl out for like sexual harassment. And
what do you mean she grabs his Pinocchio? You said?
Yeah,
Oh my god! The entire time I was like, "What do you mean?" Like she grabbed the Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, Aylin, come on.
I'm sorry.
One
I
plus
was like,
one.
I
Yeah.
was so slow. I was like, "What?"
And in the clip, you can see he's like really uncomfortable. He's like, "Why is this girl like touching me?" And you could tell. But no one's gonna call that girl out. But people did, just because you could tell. But usually girls don't get called out for that type of stuff, you know. But I'm not saying like, obviously.
I don't think it's that girl. Well, this is my opinion, but I don't think it's not that girls don't get called out for it. You just don't see it as much because it's not as common as when it happens, as when it's, you know, the roles reversed. And I feel like in that situation, you're like, obviously it's not going to happen. And you say, it did happen. You know, it's just the idea under it. Because I'm sure, like, the comments would be like, of course, no one's going to mention it while simultaneously mentioning it. You know what I mean? They try to hide behind it saying, like, oh, but if a guy did this, he'd be in a lot of heat. It's that same comment, the same comments that go viral that are the girls getting the heat. It may not be in the extent that you want it to be in, like the girl being like canceled on every streaming platform or anything, and that's terrible, you know, like it should be to that extent, but it's not saying that they don't get the same, like they don't get called out for it. But I understand what you're saying, like yeah,
but causes see be like where guys don't expect, guys aren't expected to say something about it either way, you know.
Yeah, but now it is being said about it. Like
no, and it's like
if they're commenting saying, "Oh, if it was a guy," they're saying something about it. So I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, it's like those. Yeah, so like I said, it's like you're saying it simultaneously saying that it's not being said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you are saying it. Yeah,
it is being said. That's the thing.
It's just not being said in the same scenario as you would think.
Like, and it's not just that. It's not only that like women get away with it. It's that unfortunately a lot of men are taught to keep this shit for themselves. That's not even the women's fault as well. That's men telling other men to keep it in because it's not manly for them to speak on behalf of it. It is a machismo mentality. But it's not even just like, oh, women get away with it because women know how to do it right. Because that is far from it. No one knows how to do it right because we wouldn't have this fucked up world. That's not right in the first place.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not even just that. There's underlying machismo to it. And, again, it is way more common. I mean, I feel like every girl who you speak to, whether it's your aunt, your tia, your sister, whatever, myself, Aylin, we've all had situations where we were either... It was like
uncomfortable situations.
We were either in an uncomfortable situation, or we have had someone put their hands, or, like, you know, maybe not, like, to an extent in which you're thinking, but, like, in a way where we feel scared, you know what I mean? And it is more common, unfortunately. Every girl you know would have had an experience, but again, it's like, it's not that women don't get women doing it doesn't get the attention it deserves. It just doesn't get attention enough because it doesn't happen as often.
That's true.
Yeah, like you can't say something out of... I
mean, you can go ahead and say, well, I want more women to grope men, you know, like, that's
exactly. I was like,
you know, it's like, if
you see me on the streets, smack my ass, like Aylin. I was like,
no, if that's what you're trying to say, then that's completely different. Oh my god.
We don't talk about that. That was an accident.
No, that was really, really funny.
That was funny, though.
Chris was so behind. She just caught it.
So, real quick, guys, real quick.
It was an accident.
We're at Aylin's house. We were pre-gaming, and we're about to leave. And I was right next to her boyfriend. And I don't know. I guess Aylin went to go smack her boyfriend's butt. And then for some reason, she smacked my butt, too.
But demonstrate how. Because it's not even just like a Aylin would. It's okay.
They were like standing in my counter, and I don't know. I was already hyped up. I was like, you know, drunk. I was just trying to get everyone to get more hyped up as well. So then I go, like, I guess like a football player, and I'm like, let's go, come on, you guys.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck? That
It
was
was an
funny.
accident. I was like, oh wait, hold up. I'm sorry.
Do you guys want to say hi to Toto? Come here.
Toto.
You want to come in?
Come here. Oh no, my mom opened the door to get Phoebe. Oh my goodness. He showered today.
Yeah, he looks fluffy.
Diles, hola.
Damn,
Olis.
he's big.
He is big.
He's well fed.
My mom would just say that he's fluffy.
It's
Even
the
when
fur.
he's-
It's the fur.
He's shaved.
But then
I
you
don't
put
know
a
about
Right
normal,
that one.
His curly hair is popping out.
no, but when you put a normal sized dog next to Toto, then what sticks? Use they're malnourished.
Yeah, they're malnourished. Yeah, Toto's not the problem. The other dogs are the problems. Hello, say hi. Hi.
Has he calmed down a little bit since then, or does he still get aggressive sometimes?
It just
He has
depends.
his moments.
Like, he's fine with you petting him and everything, but if you try to touch his belly, you try to pick him up or anything, like,
Or you
he'll
make
get
him
mad.
sneeze.
Well, yeah, or like if he sneezes, he'll get mad at you for making, like, he'll think that you're making him sneeze. So he'll like bark at you and then sneeze more because he's frustrated.
Yeah, because
So he just-
that's an interesting fact. It has something to do with anything, but like dogs actually sneeze when they're frustrated. So he'll do like a natural sneeze because of dust or whatever. Then he'll get mad at us, and then now he got frustrated. So then he does another sneeze, and then he gets even more mad. And then he walks
dogs
away.
sneeze when they're frustrated.
Yeah, and then he walks away and he's talking shit.
Yeah, he goes.
He's like,
Here's a cute baby though.
Anyways,
no, but he does have
topic.
attitude. Okay, yeah, back to it.
Oh,
Kevin.
you guys don't follow like the streaming world, huh? Like, nah, that's not you. No, so
That's like YouTube.
like Twitch.
I have it. I have a YouTube account. No,
No, man, like
I'm
you
not
know
on
what Twitch is, right?
I know what
Yeah,
Twitch is.
like
I know what
streaming,
Twitch
like
is.
like yeah.
Why are you so excited to say that you know what it is?
Because I use it
It's
for
one
my
of the
part-time job.
boys. Okay, she has Twitch. She goes on it.
So there was a story. There's this streamer called Sketch. I don't know if you guys heard about him.
Does he sketch,
Nope.
or is he just sketchy?
You could call it sketchy, honestly.
That's weird.
So he blew up last year, probably in August. He got big, huge. And then about a couple of weeks ago, something got leaked out from him. So 2 years ago, he had an OnlyFans, but like gay content. But he kept it like very secret, and people were trying to cancel him for having a OnlyFans. I'm
Why?
like, that's like the
I don't think it's
dumbest
that big
thing
of a
ever.
deal, honestly.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. It's not, because if it was a girl, they'd be like, "Oh my god,
You know-
send it over." You know, this and this
Yeah,
and that.
exactly.
You know, that's funny because like recently, next to where I live, next to Chick-fil-A, there is a billboard. Just I remember we saw the billboard
Yeah.
where it says something about
OnlyFans ruins not like
Lives?
no, I think it's ruins families.
yeah,
And
or
I'm like, I
something.
think the I don't even think it's that. I'm like,
I think
there's a
you're-
little.
I'm like,
think
that's
just-
like it seems like a little too personal for you to be saying that.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
like, I wonder what happened to the family of the guy who created that billboard, because there
or
has
the
to be a
female.
problem.
We don't even know if it's
Or
a female.
the female, yeah, or the female, because like there has to be something wrong with your family for you to comment on other people's family. You know what I mean?
Because honestly, I feel like if you're single, you don't really have anything. It's like up to you. And if it bothers the person that you're dating, then maybe that's just not the person for you.
Yeah.
But
Well, wait,
okay, you can go back. I know you were proving a point. Go.
no. Would you consider your significant other buying an OnlyFans cheating?
Yes,
Yes, 100%.
100,
I agree.
1000%.
It is.
I wouldn't
it is.
personally like it. Yeah, I wouldn't also do it, and I think it goes the same way because I know some people are like have different scenarios.
Okay, what
towards
about
it.
this? Does this bother
Wait,
you?
I'm not finished
Oh,
talking.
Sorry, I don't know why. I was like, I tuned
She
out.
does,
Go
you
ahead.
do this all the time.
Sorry.
I feel like it goes the same scenario if, for example, let's say you were dating someone and you didn't know they had a OnlyFans. Like, how would you feel towards that situation? I guess.
If
Yeah.
So let's say, Kevin, like, let's say you have a girlfriend and you find out she has an OnlyFans. How would you feel in this situation? Will you be okay with her, or will you be like, I don't want to date you anymore, or will you be like, oh, like you gotta choose between me and OnlyFans?
depends on the content. That's like
What do you?
look here, look, because there's this YouTuber I watch, and he's a car guy. He has money, a whole bunch of cars, and his wife has an OnlyFans,
Okay,
and
but
her
she.
Instagram is just showing off her body and all this stuff. I'm like, you got to be very comfortable in your relationship and like
It's not
the
just
way you
comfortable, it's all
feel.
based on trust. That's
Yeah.
really all it is.
Well,
But
that's
like,
why that's what I'm saying.
but
That's
like,
really
Like,
all it is.
that's the thing. Like, what I'm saying, because like it sounds like he already knew and he went all in. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm saying you
but
finding out in the middle of it. Like
now
you
she
don't know anything.
she started doing that kind of like after they started dating.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure he knew
Yeah,
that
I'm
she was
sure
gonna
the
do it. Like I
conversation
don't
had
think
to
it
have.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some sort of conversation that had to happen before she officially was like started doing it or something. Like, or
I,
maybe she didn't even have a whole conversation. She's probably just, said it in the morning. Good morning. By the way, I'm opening the OnlyFans tonight.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't know, like, but like
It obviously doesn't
it
seem
had to
like
be
he's
brought.
opposed to it because
It
he's
yeah,
kind of
he's still
lavishing
there.
off of it as well.
But what I'm trying to say is like that sounds like he already knows, and the fact that he's still there, he's okay with it. What I'm trying to say is, how would it be if you're in the relationship and within the middle of a relationship, you just find out by like I don't know, like you've seen
Surprise.
it somewhere, or like
Yeah.
someone tells you about it, like you just randomly find out, like you never had a conversation, you weren't
See,
aware about it.
that's obviously different because this person, if it's in the middle of a relationship, like say you're like 6 months in or something like that, but that person purposely held that information from you. You know what I mean? Because you ask them, what do you do for work in the beginning of the relationship? And they're like, oh,
I'm an entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, what company, And they could make up another freaking company.
Which is not even lying. No, they probably weren't even making it up, but they were probably saying like, "Oh, I'm in the entertainment industry or something."
Yeah, but it's like hiding the truth. You know what I mean? It's like telling a little white lie to cover up a big one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not even a
So
white
it's
lie.
like-
They're just not saying the full story.
Yeah, they're not even saying the full story, so you can't really, if you know that this person is withholding information from you, like, how are you supposed to continue to trust them when they tell you anything, really? Because it's not even just that, and it is a big thing, I won't lie. It is a big thing. It is a big deal, whether you're a guy or or a girl.
Girl.
But it's something that should be brought up because it's better for that person to know, to be whether or not they want to
Stick around
consume
more.
their time into this thing, whether they believe it to be worth it or not, whether they hold that trust or they don't. Because just right there, holding that lie is already withering the trust that person has on that other person. So,
You know what saying pisses me off? Kind of related to that is when girls is like, "Oh, don't date a bad bitch if you can't handle her" or something like that, because she's always like wearing like stuff that's showing, off her. But I'm like,
it's like, I'm not gonna lie. It's true. If you're not comfortable with your girl being confident in who she is as a person and not trusting that she won't just go off with someone, that she just should be solely like living and dressing and being who she is, truly to be herself, because that's what the saying is. If you can't handle a bad bitch, don't be with her.
I don't think that describes about a bad bitch, I guess you could say. I feel like
no, it doesn't have to do just with the way that she dresses. Like, oh, she dresses like a hoochie. She's a bad bitch. You know what I mean? It's not even that. It's a girl who, like, besides the other things, someone who ultimately is just down with who they are as a person.
That's what I want to say. I wanted to ask Kevin, like, what do you mean, like, the saying? Like, who's saying it? Because I feel like you're talking about a specific group. Like, yeah. That's what I want to know. Like, I want to...
Not specific group. I just see this stuff, like, on social media. And
But
then
like, what
always
was the video that you saw, like, or like the content in which you're
yeah,
referring to?
we need context, because if you're talking about like just someone randomly saying like, "Oh, don't date a bad bitch," that could mean anything, because that could also mean like how certain guys don't like it when, I guess, oh, their female partner is doing more career wise, you know, like
no,
they're
like
achieving more.
yeah,
That, like, you know, sometimes you
no,
can
no,
fall
no, no,
into
no,
that
not
category.
about that. No,
That's why I want like you to specify on what category are you aiming towards. You're trying to
I'm more specifically going because I've read or like seen stories about how girls would like, oh, I'm going out to the club and blah 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 this, but when the guy tries to go out, it's like a whole problem, you know. And that's when I'm like, okay, you know,
okay. I
because
feel
there's
like
some
right.
girls who are specifically like that, who I'm like, oh, I want to live this certain lifestyle, but when a guy wants to live a similar lifestyle, it's not okay. I'm like, okay, bruh,
Well, I mean,
you know,
get my freaking parents, for example. You know what I mean? Like, my mom doesn't, like, not that she doesn't give a
Like
damn
going
what
out.
Gerald does, you know what I mean? But she ultimately holds so much trust in him that she knows for a fact that he's not going to do anything. And she said it herself. If he hasn't done it now, like, is he ever going to do it? No. Because he knows what he
Yeah,
needs to lose. And it's the
it's to
same
the
thing
point
vice
where
versa.
it's like I feel like the way my parents have it, it's like for the point, like, let's say Gerald came home smelling for perfume, you'd be like, she'll be like, "You smell like a girl. Why do you smell like a girl?" Like, it wouldn't be like a, it would be
Like,
more of her making fun of him for smelling like a girl than her
yeah.
thinking like, "Oh, you were with a girl."
Because she
And
knows that he wouldn't.
and
You
he
know what I
probably
mean?
just smelling with a girl because he was chismeando with the girls.
There's a higher chance that he was chismeando than literally anything
yeah.
else.
But that's like the scenario that like how
Yeah,
it should technically be.
how it technically should be. Yeah, and like the
But
same thing, like Gerald holds that same confidence within my mom because he knows that my mom won't do anything. And
but you,
it's that thing. It's like a
yeah,
relationship cannot thrive either way if there is no trust whatsoever. Because if it's the girl saying that I can go out but he can't, there's gonna get to a point of the relationship where he's
Yeah.
gonna get tired of her shenanigans
yeah,
because she's just gonna be putting up excuses as to why she's getting away with certain things and why he is not. You know, and
Like,
if it's the same thing with guys, because there's all guys who claim to
yeah,
be like the alpha guys who
both
are like,
ways.
I want to have, you know, my girlfriend or whatever, but I still want there to be an open relationship. I can cheat, but you can't cheat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
like that's
It's gonna
why I
get to the
wanted
point
to.
where the girl is gonna be like, no, screw you and your motherfucking mama, and I'm gonna head out. You know what I mean?
That's why I wanted to ask like Kevin, like, what do you like? So, if you were in a relationship, would you be okay with your partner going out 24/7, like every weekend?
24/7? Oh hell no.
24/7. Who goes out
Okay.
24/7?
Or like every weekend?
Okay,
No.
not 24/7.
Every weekend,
Every
no.
weekend.
No. I mean, once in a while, yeah, like go have your fun. Like,
Oh,
but
look
at the
at
same
that
time,
face.
you're going every weekend is like you're going there for specific reasons now, not just
Okay.
to have like let go. You're just going there for specific reasons for guys to hit on you and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's true
You
because
know?
if it's like you keep going because you say you need to let go, but at this point, do you even have anything because you keep going out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like what are you holding? Because obviously you've thrown it out. You like it's out there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
So you
there's
say you'll
really
be okay with them having like a girls' night, I guess, to the
Yeah,
club
obviously.
here and there. Okay. So
They
like
do girls always deserve
because
that.
so like at the end of the day, it doesn't really depend on gender. It depends on it depends on the person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not even just trust, it's like security in who you are in yourself to be able to be in a relationship in general. Because if you already know, like, oh, like I'm gonna go into a relationship and I already know that I'm gonna do this, but he cannot. Like, I need to find a guy who knows that he cannot, you know, talk, like, look at another female. He cannot, you know, like, talk to another female. If he says thank you and if he says please, he's cheating on me.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
saw
and the same thing, like, if a guy
oh,
looks like, isn't, like, goes into a relationship being like, oh my gosh, she said she shake this guy's hand or whatever, she's cheating on me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
dude.
Oh, okay.
y'all are
Go,
fucking
Kevin. I'll
you're
let you talk.
screwed.
No,
I'll let you talk, and then no.
I saw a photo yesterday about a girl who posted on TikTok, and it was like, oh, Latina things, and then
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Sorry. I hate
yeah,
that more
it's
than
stupid
anything.
already. And then what made it
Oh.
stupider is like, oh, I broke my boyfriend's wrist because he held the door open for another girl. And I was like, oh my god.
Okay,
And it
no,
was
I
just a
feel
bunch of girls calling her out. I'm like, bro, like if he was my brother, I would have like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, no, that's bad.
yeah,
I don't like.
but
Okay, I like certain things where it's like okay, because there's like two parts of like oh, damn Latina, like she has like a little attitude, like she'll talk back.
yeah,
Okay, that's
Which
like one
is
thing,
true.
but
Yeah.
like happen. But I don't like when they over exaggerate the Latina style. They're just like oh, like for example that situation, like she's
yeah.
gonna beat him up. Like then at that point, you're like making all of us look bad. Which one I like
Stereotype,
that.
like stereotyping.
Yeah, like you're stereotyping us like if we're crazy and we're gonna have angry issues and I guess our bodybuilders that could break your arm.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's all women, to be honest.
No, but I hate that that like toxica, you know what I mean? I
I
hate
know.
Yeah.
when
I don't
people
like
say that. Like it pisses me off. It's the same thing with like all Latinos are Hashiro girls. Oh, I hate that too.
Oh
Like
my
that's another
god,
thing that
I mean,
pisses me off. Whatever. Screw you. Like no,
yes.
that's not
They're really wrong about that one.
whatever. Whatever.
there
Do you
was
like
a
hot
lot of
Cheetos, Crystal?
Latinos.
Of who doesn't like freaking hot Cheetos, okay?
Uh,
Okay, who doesn't like freaking hot Cheetos?
I like hot Cheetos, but I feel like I'm more of a sweet person than a chip person.
I'm more of a hot fries or hot puffs
Yeah,
than I am just.
I remember when Crystal bought that. I was like, fries, Crystal, really?
Yeah, I'm more of hot fries with limon than I am anything else. I just think that's the superior hot Cheeto.
Yeah, but no, I get the point. Like, I to be stereotyped like that, like, and then like having other Latinas make it more
Yeah, like
like confirming it. Basically, it's not helping us. Because I'm
But
like,
they
no,
like
no,
confirm
no.
it in a way that's like we're different. Like you cannot handle a spicy Latina. I'm like, girl, you can't even handle spice at all. Like,
yeah.
shut up.
So
You
dumb.
can't what, Crystal?
I'm like, you can't handle spice at all. Like, it's the same girls who say that like they're like, no chili, please. Okay,
That's
so
true.
do me a favor.
You know what also
What's
grinds
the
my
saying?
gears?
Calladita te ves más bonita.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the point. What Crystal? I mean, what Kevin?
You know what grinds my gears? I don't know if you guys seen those videos where girls they ask the girls like, how much does your man need to make, you know, to be in a relationship with you? And then the girls are like, oh, he needs to be like 100K or
Like
200K
6
a
figures
year.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, you guys, these girls are so delusional.
No, I know. There is some people that like just go straight for money. I mean, at that point, it's not for love;
Yeah.
it's just for money. But then there's other people that will be like, he's gonna make what we're gonna build together. You know, like there's different scenarios, and again, like it's not just going after this one specific, like specific genders. I guess it's just certain people.
Could you date someone who's struggling, like financially?
We're all struggling financially.
Yeah.
Okay, but like,
I feel like
but let's say he doesn't even have a car, like type of thing.
Okay, so like that's the thing. It depends on the situation. That's totally
yeah. Because if you're just being lazy,
So yeah, like there, and I've seen videos where it's like guys are like, okay, yeah, like, are those dogs barking, Crystal?
That's not me.
Well, it's at my house. I mean,
It stopped. Oh, there it is again.
no, still, I think it's okay, whatever. Anyways, okay, yeah. So I've seen videos of people like making the scenarios. It's like as funny videos, and there's some that are like, oh, they didn't go to. They tell their girl like, hey, can I borrow your car? And the girl's like, yeah, like. So I couldn't go look for work, and the girl's like, yeah, like you can borrow my car so you can look for work. And instead of them going to actually look for work, they're hanging out with their friends. They're like going to buy food. They're wasting their money. Like, if it's in that scenario, that's not struggling. That's being lazy. But if it's in a scenario where they are looking for work and they are like, let's say they're working just a part-time job, but they're actually looking for something more out there, and the reason why like it's harder for them is because they have this side thing that they're trying to build, or you get me, like they're actually working towards something. It's a different scenario because like I understand why you're struggling, and I'll be like, in my opinion, I'll be willing to be there with you and help you through your struggles.
Yeah,
because I know later on when you do achieve and succeed, you're going to be there to help, and hopefully you're there to help me with my struggles.
Interesting.
So like, yeah, I'm saying like it just depends.
It does. It really, really does.
Well. I have
Wow.
one more grinds my gears.
Okay.
I'm always on Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter has a lot of stuff that just grinds my gears.
It's
Um,
X.
how about when? What was it? Hold up. Give me a second. You guys talk while I look for this.
So Crystal.
Somebody call
smells.
911. He does smell. He does smell
No, he
a
does not
lot.
smell. He doesn't smell.
Nah, I get compliments.
He
I
doesn't
smell
shower
good.
though, but he just puts a lot of cologne. He doesn't believe in showers. He says once a week max. It's not even a full shower. He just goes in and then goes out.
He doesn't even go in. He just gets the water.
Yeah, he just checks the temperature and he's like, maybe I'd go in next time. He's like, if it was in this exact,
He just goes to the sink, wets his hand, and goes,
that's
"That's
enough
good
for
for the
me."
day.
Yeah, and then he just grabs baby wipes and just passes it on his face. You know, the crevices. But he doesn't believe in.
And
He
more.
says because he's all about saving the planet and not wasting water.
So he'd rather have the flies chase him than the flies chasing the earth.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it, guys. But
what was it about though?
I couldn't find it.
But like, what was it? That was like, what is it that grinds your gears? You have to know what it's about if you thought about it.
I have another question though.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this is more for me and Crystal type of question because Aylin, you have a relationship. You're in a relationship.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm a separate group. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We're a separate group. What you mean?
Go ahead.
I saw. What was the question that says, "Would you rather go back to your ex or go back to what could have been situationship?"
Ooh. Honestly, a what could have been. A what could have been. A what could have been. Because I have this one what could have been that my friends like remind me of constantly. And I'm like, I fumbled big time. Like, if I've ever fumbled anything, just know that that was number one. Okay?
I feel
and it sucks that like something that I fumbled big time was like a guy, because you never want that to be the issue. But like I always wonder, like,
what could have been?
Yeah, like
exactly.
He was like, but
I do. I'll do the same though. What could have been? Just because it's like you look back at that time where you are, and you're just like, why didn't I like just go for it? I'm just stupid. Yeah.
And it could like obviously everything happens for a reason. We didn't go for it, and it's just a lesson for us in the future. But like it just
wait,
sucks
I can participate in this conversation because I haven't. Wait,
no, you can't.
Can I explain why? Can I explain why?
Okay, I think I know why she can, because like her situation. But
because I had that situation.
Yeah,
I lived that situation.
Okay, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
I chose. I had the option of what if or go back to an ex, and I chose go back to an ex.
She did.
And honestly,
I
feel like I made a great decision.
That's like I love Angel. I love Angel.
Damn.
No. That's all I love for Angel.
No, but I'm trying to say like I had that scenario and it was scary like in that moment, which is like, okay, do you want to go with something new or do you want to go with something you're comfortable with? And I ended up not comfortable with, but something like you already know.
Familiar.
Like, I guess you already expect. Like you already like, I guess familiar. And something just kept saying like I want to go back to this person.
It's not even just that. I feel like if it ended for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons, that's another thing that plays into a later
I guess that's true. Like if it was like cheating, maybe that's a reason why you shouldn't go back.
Wait, so what led up into even you getting into that situation either way?
What do you mean?
Like, what led up to the point where you're like, oh, okay, I need to choose between, the what could have been and your ex? Like, how did you even start talking to, again? Or like,
Okay, so like, I guess the what ifs, it's just like a random conversation when someone just randomly wants to text you and then like be like hanging out with you, and you don't really know that person. You just know like, hey, they look like a nice person. You know, like they work here, they make this many, like, you just know like the brief information. Like you haven't had like I didn't have like an actual date or anything. I just had like small conversations. So like I had the option either to like go on this actual date or actually just start completely talking to my ex-boyfriend, which is my current boyfriend. And that part ended up happening because Angel kept trying to text me to hang out, saying like, "Do you want to get ramen? Do you like?" Because he
Of course, it was ramen.
keep in mind this guy was working at Tatsu at the time, which is why he was trying to offer ramen because he wanted me to go get free ramen at his job. And
That's
I was
really
just like,
funny.
I mean, I can get some ramen.
Oh, Aylin.
And I did. I do it. When I went to the table, I got ramen, I got fried rice, I got the drink, I got. He literally hooked it up, and I got everything for free. But that's what I'm saying. Like I had a situation, but during that situation, like I was going to get ramen, but I was still like doing my texting and stuff like that. Like
So pretty much,
I was just
what
like
I'm getting from this is you were bribed by ramen and rice.
That's all it took. It just took ramen.
No, what I'm trying to say, like during that during like those small hangouts, I was still talking to I guess both, but because it was nothing serious, I was like, I'm not really going on like actual dates with these people. I'm not.
But you know what really hit the home? When they upgraded her to the boiled egg in her ramen, that's when she knew. She was like, "This I gotta get back for me." If I
No, what ended up what actually ended up leading it was that Angel actually had that conversation where he said if I'll be willing to stop talking to anyone and he'll be willing to stop talking to anyone as well. Aww. That's what put me on the spot. So then I was like, wait, like I gotta figure it out first. Like, and he did let me think about it because I was just like, well, I don't know how it's gonna be. Like, what if it's not the way I expect? What if we're not happy? You know, like I didn't know. But I decided to be like, you know what, like I always cared about this person, so I'm gonna give it a chance, and look at us now. So yes, I can participate in this conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever. I feel like he just didn't want to hear your input in it at all.
No,
I think that was the problem.
All I got from my story was
to stop talking for a bit. That'll be cool.
I got from my story was what, Kevin? That I got ramen.
I need to work at a ramen place to get my ex back.
Yeah, it's that simple, really.
I never knew. All right, Chris. So you gotta go work at a ramen place, and I need to go work at a ramen place.
Yeah,
and
then, I know. Just be like, hey, you want to come get some ramen? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys see the meme already. You know how Joe Biden dropped out. It's like, oh, Joe Biden dropped out, and I forgot. I didn't want to drop you. So can we stop talking again?
No, yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like a girl who like she blocked him on everything, and he found her email, and it's like I don't something along the lines like I don't care about your political views, but let me like keep you like so and so and so. Because people are so creative with these things.
I don't know how people come up with, and they're fast.
And it's fast. Yeah,
it's
really, really fast.
Like when the whole this is like a random
one, but
like,
it was like one of those people who found out that Joe Biden dropped out over a meme.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Like, what is 2024?
It's Joe over.
No, but I'm saying like for example, like for example, like in the Super Bowl when the freaking halftime show was still going on. It was still going on.
There was already memes about that.
There was already memes. So I'm like, no, these people are like, what are they doing? Are they on their phones, like getting ready for something to pop out?
Yeah, I don't know. That's life now. It's so funny. It's so unreal that a lot of these things happen because it's only something that you would figure that's out of a movie that happens to be based in the future. You know what I mean? Like what's that show? I think it's called Black Mirror. Mm-hmm. How like there's this one
is it that episode where everyone's rated towards how many like followers?
Like everyone's rated and like you get certain like
but technically that's how it
really
life
is like that though. Yeah. It is like influencer life that really is how it is. But it's like freaky to think about because the way that we live now, it's really just out of a straight TV show. I can use that reference. Like that's a freaking Black Mirror episode right there. You know?
Like the Haktua girl? Like, how the hell did she get famous?
From that
Like, just
video.
because she said that one line,
And she
that's it.
decided
That's all it took.
yeah.
But nowadays, that's really all it takes. It just takes one
But the
viral
thing
video
is-
for you to continue to grow based off
No,
of
but the
that.
thing is sad about sometimes certain these situations is that people after that one viral video they think they're famous,
Set for life.
but set for life. But sometimes we kind of forget, and there has been situations, but there is a lot of people that we kind of forgot. Recently, I saw a video of someone it was this guy. He was.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it the guy who does the mukbangs? The mukbangs on YouTube, like the eating videos?
We should do that.
No.
I'll talk about mine after. Go ahead.
He came out in 2020 and he was just singing. He's like, what's that song called? Like he was singing to a song. He was a white man. He was singing to a song. Like not singing, but like someone was recording him. Like whose uncle is this or whose dad is this? And he was a white man.
Oh, but I'm super thick.
Yes.
I'm just singing with my dick. Yeah, I know.
So
what you're talking about.
So yeah. I guess he was one of. Oh, and I guess he looked like some Trump's special agent.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He looked like him, and people were just like, I kept looking at him, and I was wondering who he was. And they brought that video up, like when he was doing the singing, and I'm like, I completely forgot about that person. So imagine if that guy would have. I mean, I don't know if he did, but like, what if he did quit his job and all of that and expected to become famous? We forgot about him, and it's already 2024, and we barely remembering you again.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like we're all looking for something new.
Yeah, that really is all it is. And like a lot of people kill themselves, which is the situation that like the thing that I was gonna talk about that I thought you were referring to. A lot of people really do kill themselves just for like to continue to grab on to those little 15 minutes that they once had. Like there's this YouTuber came out like really famous, like I think like 2016, 2017, and he made those like viral videos of like my order from like those mukbangs. I think it's mukbangs or mukbangs. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I say mukbangs.
Mukbangs, anyways. But that's what that was his content. And he started off when he started he was very, very skinny, okay? He continues to do those videos, but he does it in a way that like tries to be funny with the way that he eats his food and whatnot. But this man is like severely he's obese. He wears those like breathing masks to help him breathe because his body cannot take it anymore.
The white guy?
Yeah, the white guy.
You're talking about him? This guy?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I know he's talking about.
Yeah, and it's really sad because he continues to this day. Yeah, he was super, super thin, and like this is what this led him to.
Yeah, now he does stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's like it's sad.
What fame does.
Because
you know what's even sadder? You know what's a lot sadder?
What?
He was a vegan.
Oh shoot. Well,
I saw chicken nuggets there.
Yeah, I know he was a vegan, but then like he started doing more of those videos because those are the ones that were getting him famous. And I remember seeing this video with him and his boyfriend, and his boyfriend was kind of crying because he was not happy the way he like looked. And I'm assuming now they're broken up because I haven't seen them together.
But yeah, like this whole like the internet's a very scary place. Like obviously everybody like wish like. Have you seen those videos where it's like I really messed up with not becoming an influencer in 2020? Like that was my.
They're like all because they didn't want to dance. Now I gotta work a 9 to 5, and then it's like dun.
But like we all like pretend or like we may fantasize like what would have been if I would have just uploaded this video, if I would have started doing days in my lives. You know what I mean? But
the thing is that like there's a high chance that you could have posted that video and not gotten viral at all.
Yeah, or you could have just done it for like your own like just like a fun thing to do, which is what a lot of people do, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like a lot of people really just give their entire lives to just doing this because of the attention that they get.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no real reason behind it other than I get free stuff. That's all I need.
Yeah. Like for example, Shadi Bay. She's just her fans.
Shadi Bay, I still don't know how she got famous. Like, I don't know if there was, like, a viral video in which she came out in or that she did that made her famous. I just remember just hearing the name Shadi Bay.
Yeah, me too.
And then seeing her. Yeah. But I was like, I have no idea how she got like famous.
But
And no
apparently
hate
she's
to her,
losing.
obviously.
Yeah, apparently
But-
she's losing fans. Because people are
She
saying that
made
she
an
was
OnlyFans.
Oh, I heard
oh my
about that
gosh,
too.
did you see her OnlyFans leak? I saw it.
Dude, that
You
was
see it?
disgusting.
I haven't
Nah.
seen it. I
But, like,
haven't seen it.
God.
It was
It was not
very
pleasant to see.
it was not something I would have wished to see.
Yep.
But
I haven't seen it at all. I just heard about it.
No, you don't see it. You don't need to see it.
You know,
Well, I hate when you say that because then it makes me want to see it.
All right, see
No,
it then. Go.
yeah.
Go see it.
No, I don't want to. I think Kevin had an important question to ask us. Not to ask, but to ask in general. We'll talk
Did I?
about your friend.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. We'll talk about it briefly. So me and my friend talking about like we've been single for a while, and we're talking about
By
like
choice?
why.
Just
My
kidding.
choice. Not even my choice.
Just
Honestly,
to
I just,
clarify,
Like at this point, it's not in my
at
choice.
this point, it's not my
It's
choice.
God's choice.
yeah, at this point it's God's choice now. And he was like, "Oh, I was talking to my dad the other day, and about like my ex, like it was." He said like kind of just started hurting him again, like the feelings, like all of a sudden, and he was like, "Just the dynamic we had is what I miss. Like I knew how to put her in her place, and she knew how to put me in my place, and then there was just a dynamic that we had." And I'm like, yeah, I got you there. And it's like, the reason that you're struggling now because you're looking specifically for a girl who could kind of like just be
live
that
up
and
to that
more.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah. Be that and more because you already know that, but you want more.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as that where it's kind of like I have a super specific now type where now if you don't fit it, I'm just like, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. It's like
Yeah.
that simple. Yeah.
I mean, everybody has standards. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, are standards
it's
and types
normal.
different or the same?
Types is different than standards.
I feel
Because
like
standards
types-
is what like someone kind of brings to the table.
And then
Type
types
is
is
who
more
you
like
look for, like
looks.
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you'd be like, okay, I want someone that's tall, long hair or whatever, and then we'll bring, and then yet your standards are like, okay, where are you willing to work? Are you
I
willing
have
to
a
do this?
question.
Are you willing? You
Do
know?
you think that having certain like very specific types can be a little like
Racist?
racist? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, but it's fine. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's racist because it's
It's
not
not
like
racist, no.
I don't think you're. I don't think you're like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to this specific type of group at all. You're just like, okay, this is what I like, and you know what? In the end, that's
Yeah.
what you're gonna date. And
Because the reason why I ask is because I've once like made a comment like, oh, this guy's like really good looking, and they're like, really, you're into those like, you're into like these like
their
that
skin tone and stuff.
yeah, like that race, and I'm like, yeah, like I don't really like have a preference, and they're like, really, I could never. I'm like,
Okay, maybe saying something like that is a little
I'm like,
racist.
that's racist.
That's on the line, you know. I don't think they're crossing it or they're not, you know.
And
But they're
like,
on the
I
line.
just never. They're like, I don't find them attractive, and I'm like, that
I mean, 'cause
is a
it's-
big word to use because that's like,
That is
like-
another way. Yeah, there's another way to say it. It'd just be like, "Oh, you find him attractive?" You're like, and then you could just be like, "I'm into whatever they're into."
yeah, just be like, no, I'm really into like, you know, this and this and that, but like be like, no, like,
Yeah,
You're
like 'cause
really-
at that point, it's something
yeah.
you're disgusted by it.
yeah, like it's such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I thought that's the only reason why I asked because I've had
How
No,
about
someone say that to me.
how about the opposite to that? Like, do you think it could be like what's that word? Like when someone specifically wants that, you know?
That's like a fetish. I feel like
Yeah, that's what
fetishes
I
are
say.
weird.
Like a
Yeah, because
fetish.
there's people who have like Latina fetishes, who have Asian
Yeah.
fetishes, you know?
that's a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know
like,
that.
big time. Like there's
Wait,
guys
so
who
what
will
makes it a
only
fetish?
date Asians.
But what makes it a fetish?
It's like given based on things that they've seen on the media. Like if they've seen like Asian porn or if they've seen, you know, like no, but it's true.
No.
You know, like
Yeah.
that's really where they get it from. Like
It's
that's
true.
what they're into. or like it's all these freaking weirdo anime guys too.
Hey, nothing's
It's
wrong
true.
with anime.
All right,
Nothing's
it's
wrong
not-
with anime.
No, but like what I'm confused. What I'm trying to say is, how does that make it bad?
It's not that it makes it bad. It's just like you're not really into that person for the right reasons. You're
Yeah.
solely into them just because of who like they physically are, I guess you can say.
But what if they dated multiple, like say for example, let's say like this guy dates a whole bunch of Latinas, okay? But that's all he dates ever. But all of us always lasted like a month or two. Yeah, maybe that's the first thing he was going for, but he was also looking for other things. But that is the only thing he wants to date.
Well, we don't know that.
No,
it could have
that's
been
an example.
Latinas who
That's
had
an
things with him.
There's an example. Again, there's an example. I'm just saying, like, let's say his fetish is Latinas, and he's dating like multiple Latinas, but obviously they're not lasting long until finally the last one. Don't you think like he also went with this person because of being Latina and what else she had to bring to the table?
I feel like it's not really just what she brought to the table. It's if she lived up to his, idea of it all. Yeah.
Of what Latina
and that's
should
the
be.
Fetish. That's the fetish.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like some white girls have fetishes of,
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Like
that
what?
makes more sense. Of African Americans. But no, it's true. Like this goes like any race, to be honest.
Phil
You go
Dunphy
anywhere.
from that one episode of Modern Family where Phil was like, I think it was like him explaining his like desired women or whatever, and he's like, or powerful women, and he named only black women, and then he's like, wait, like he's like, oh, I think I like, I came to the realization that Phil Dunphy has a thing for black women.
He's married
similar to that. Yeah, that's pretty much a fetish.
Like, oh, he's like a freaking funny character. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, do you think a fetish is bad? I feel like everyone has a fetish, but I think it gets bad when it gets obsessive. There you go.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has this like little, not like kinks, a little kink that they're into. Yeah, like everybody has their own little kink. But I feel like when that becomes the sole basis of like being with someone, it's when like hold up, like if you're with me just for my feet, we got a problem. So, like,
oh no,
it's weird. It's weird.
You need to go for a front locker.
Yeah, like I'm gonna start wearing double socks because you creep me out. Like it's not even like that's the cover up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's to an extent because we all have our little thing. But if that's like the sole basis, if that's what like is constantly the only thing that can either turn you on or make you interested in a person, then yeah, I think that's when it's weird.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, we're like going up on a 1 hour mark, and I'm hungry, and my food just be sitting there staring at me, saying, "Eat me." So, how about we wrap this up, guys?
Yes, sounds good.
All right, cool. Remember, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and to share it to your friends. And we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.